I'm Matt Gelka in Washington, where the federal takeover of D.C.'s law enforcement is expiring, and the Trump administration is touting its success.
It's got virtually no crime. We call it crime-free.
The president, surrounded by members of his cabinet and Secret Service, celebrated the crime crackdown in the nation's capital. Stepping out to dinner near the White House the night before the 30-day federalization of D.C. law enforcement was set to expire.
There have been a total of 2,177 arrests made since the start of the operation on August 7th.
The latest stats as of Wednesday moved that number even higher after another night of federal and D.C. police cooperation. The 34-day period between August 7th and September 9th yielded almost 2,700 arrests, compared to around 2,500 arrests in the 34-day period prior to federal intervention. Violent crimes were down 17%, and property crimes were down 10%. The emergency takeover has been met with some protests. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the city and feds will continue cooperating, and Congress has opted not to take a vote on extending the emergency order.
Federal police officers can enhance the public safety mission of MPD. So federal police officers will be in the district. Any other officers that the federal government uses could be in the district, but not with MPD.
But congressional Republicans are considering a group of bills to chip away at D.C.'s home rule authority, including giving the president the power to appoint D.C.'s attorney general, harsher penalties for homeless people in encampments, and making it easier to try young people as adults.
Like President Trump, House Republicans are committed to restoring law and order in our nation's capital city.
This body is full of lapdogs, doing exactly what the president wants. None of you know anything about Washington, D.C.
The president has suggested surging troops to other Democrat cities with Democratic leaders largely opposed, but that could start in a red state. Louisiana's Republican governor said he would welcome the action, likely in New Orleans. Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Gelka.
This morning in a big development on Capitol Hill, the House Oversight Committee has voted to advance 14 different bills that are aimed at rolling back D.C.'s autonomy. Straight out live, the 7 News reporter John Gonzalez outside of the Capitol this morning. And John, you've got reaction from D.C.'s shadow senator.
That's right. Good morning, Adam. Washington's elected leaders are pushing back this morning after all 14 bills passed the House Oversight Committee here on Capitol Hill. These leaders warning Congress not to overstep, to stay in their lanes, if you will. Now, on the same day that President Trump's federal takeover of D.C. police expired, the Oversight Committee moved swiftly here. The package includes measures to reinstate cash bail, toughen sentencing laws, and allowing those 14 years of age and older to be tried as adults for certain offenses. Now, the hearing room was packed with D.C. residents who voiced their displeasure at times. D.C. Shadow Senator Paul Strauss pointed to the end of President Trump's 30-day crime emergency and police takeover, arguing that this is now the time to restore full local control, not strip it away. He talked to me last night and tells me this is a bad day for home rule.
Some of them would have a devastating effect on both civil and criminal justice in D.C. In particular, the bill to allow Donald Trump to appoint the attorney general instead of having him elected by D.C. voters. So the idea that Donald Trump would now handpick the D.C. government's civil attorney, as well as someone with prosecutorial authority, is a real conflict of interest and very frightening.
Now, supporters of the measures here say Congress must act to rein in violent crime here in the city. House Speaker Mike Johnson could call a full House vote as early as today. If that were to happen and it passes, well, then the 14 bills move over to the Senate side, where this fight will continue. Reporting live on Capitol Hill, John Gonzalez, 7 News.